It's hard.
It is very hard to do. This one is the three little... What are they?
Cats.
Three little cats. They are not. It's the three little pigs, you silly goose.
Can I pretend they're cats?
I guess. All right. Well, the three little cats. Once upon a time, there was an old cat with three little cats. And she had not enough money to keep them, so she sent them out on their own to make their own fortune. The first that went off met a man with a bundle of straw and said to him, "Please, man, give me some straw so that I may build a house." So the man did, and the little cat built a house with it. Then along came a wolf and knocked at the door and said, little cat, let me in." To which the little cat answered, "Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." "Well, then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down," says the wolf. And so he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house down, and he ate up the little cat.
Okay.
The second little cat met a man with a bundle of gorse and says, "Please, man, give me that gorse to build a house." I think gorse is sticks. So the man did, and the little cat built his house. Then along came the wolf and said, little cat, let me in." And the little cat says, "Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." "Well, then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down." So he huffed and he puffed and he puffed and he huffed, and at last he blew the house down, and then he ate up the second little cat.
But why do wolves eat a lot of things?
Oh, I don't know. It's in all the stories. Well, the third pig met a man with a load of bricks and says, "Please, man, give me some of those bricks to build a house with." So the man gave him the bricks, and he built the house with them. And along came the wolf, as he did with the other little cats, and said, little cat, let me in." Said, "Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." "Well, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down." Well, he huffed and he puffed and he huffed and he puffed and he puffed and he huffed, but he could not get the house down. And when he found out that he could not, with all of his huffing and puffing, blow the house down, he said, little cat, I know where there's a nice field of turnips." "Turnips? Oh, where?" says the little cat.
Wait, did it blow that house down?
"No, because it was brick." It said no. So the wolf got a different idea, and he says, little cat, I know where there's a big field of turnips, because evidently this kind of cat really likes turnips. He says, "Oh, it's in Mr. Smith's field. If you will be ready tomorrow morning, I'll call for you and we can go together and get some." He says, "Very well," says the little cat. "I will be ready. What time do you want to go?" He says, "Oh, 6 o'clock. Says, well, the little pig got up at 5 and he got the turnips and was home again before 6. Oh, sorry, the little cat got up at 5 and got all the turnips and he was home before 6. When the wolf came, he says, little cat, are you ready? Ready, says the little cat. I've been there and come back again. I've got a nice full pot for dinner. Oh, the wolf was really angry at this, but thought that he would get the little cat somehow or another. He said, little cat, I know where there's a nice apple tree. Ooh.
Nice apple
Yeah.
tree?
Yeah. Where's that? Says the cat. Oh, down at Mary Garden, replied the wolf. I'll come at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then we can go together and get some apples. Well, that little cat woke up at 4 in the morning and bustled up and went off for the apples, hoping to get back before the wolf came. But he had further to go and had to climb the tree, and so just as he was coming down from it, he saw the wolf coming, which, as you may suppose, frightened him really lots. And the wolf came up and says, little kitty, are they nice apples? Oh, yes, says the little cat. I'll throw you down one. And he threw it down so far that the wolf was gone to pick it up. The little cat jumped down and then he ran home. He threw it turbo far, huh? Well, far enough that he got away.
Huh? Mommy?
Well, the next day the wolf came again and said to the little cat, "Little cat, there's a fair in town this afternoon. Do you want to go?" Says, "Oh, yes," says the cat. "I will go. What time shall you be ready?" "Oh, at 3," says the wolf. So the little cat went off before the time as usual and got to the fair and bought a butter churn. He was on his way home when he saw the wolf coming, and he got into the churn to hide, and in doing so turned it around and began to roll, and it rolled down the hill with the cat inside of it, which frightened the wolf so much that he ran home. He went into the little cat's house and told him how frightened he had been by the great round thing which came down past the hill. And then the little cat said, "Ha! I frightened you, did I? I had been to the fair and bought a butter churn, and when I saw you I got into it and rolled down the hill towards you." And this made the wolf furious, and he bellowed, "Little cat, that's it. I'm going to come through the chimney and I'm going to eat you up."
They're the chimney.
Yeah, the wolf says, "I'm going to go right through the chimney because I can't go through the door." Well, as the wolf climbed the house, the little cat hung a pot full of water on the fire and made a blazing fire to boil the water. So just as the wolf was coming down the chimney, the little cat took the cover off the pot, and in fell the wolf right into the giant pot. And the little cat put the cover on it, and in an instant he boiled him up. And then the cat ate the wolf for dinner.
Cool.
And he thought to himself, "I'm not so little anymore." And he lived happily ever after.
So that
He didn't even get a bellyache from that giant wolf. Oh my goodness
so
gracious.
that cat lived?
Yep. And that was the end.